I'm visiting every station in the country, and that includes coming to Wigan. There's 2 stations here. I'm starting from Wigan Wallgate today. Come and join me. This might be a poor life choice, so if I do miss my train, I will at least get to see it go past. I'm not muddy yet. I'm not muddy yet. I'm not doing that very often. That was magic. Oh, this is quite a twisty boy. Squelch, mud, squelch. Oh, I just can't say, oh, I'm not a very good train. No good to anybody. It's like being on Thameslink. So my plan for today is seemingly to get wet. It's not meant to be raining. Why does this keep happening? Anyway, I'm at Wigan Wallgate, and just over there is Wigan North Western. That's on the West Coast Main Line. I'm on the line towards Headbolt Lane, so I'm picking off every station between here and there. It's now 11:11. My train is meant to be at 11:11, and I've got a short time to make a walk, so I can do with it not being late. Right, first train. Let's go to the first stop of Pemberton. The windows are as clean as GWR 150s. Right, so I need to make a decision at Pemberton. Do I walk from there to the next station at Hull, or do I wait an hour for the train after? Right, okay, so this is Pemberton Station. As you can see, it's not a very exciting station, so I either spend an hour here, or I walk the 45-50 minute walk to Hull Station and catch the train an hour from now from there. But it's going to be tight. It's been raining a lot over the last few days, like various parts of Manchester North have been very, very flooded, so this might be a poor life choice, but I think I'm going to try it. Pemberton, it's been a mosh. I've tolerated you for the split second I was here, but we're going to leave you. Right, so our next train is at 12:18. It's currently 11:22, and Google says my ETA is 12:09. I've got 9 minutes leeway, and I have a feeling we might end up going through some fields. So I'm walking along Leopold Street, basically alongside the railway, but there's this strip of empty land next to us. I believe that's because the M58 was supposed to run along there. I think there's plans for a lesser version, like a Wigan Link Road, that's due to come along here, but it definitely won't be a motorway. First filming of 2025, by the way. It's good to be out again, but it's very cold. I think we're at a grand total of 0 degrees, which is 3 more degrees than last night. Okay, now we're in the countryside. I was going to take a shortcut down there, but in that mud. Hell no. This might be an experience. Okay, so I don't go over this bridge. I go down a footpath to the side. Yes. Do I just need to accept that I'm going to have muddy trainers? But I am literally walking right next to the railway line now. So if I do miss my train, I will at least get to see it go past. Ew, 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 ew. I'm not muddy yet. I'm not muddy yet. Okay, so we're now in an open field. There's the M6. We've got to get under that somehow. I think this path will go under it. I don't think I'm meant to go over this bridge. I'm meant to stay on this side. I'm fairly sure I'm meant to stay on this side. Was this ever 4 tracks through here? Because all of the bridges are wide enough for 4, and this is a double span bridge, so yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm not meant to go over that bridge, so I'll get back down into the field. Wet, 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 moist, ew, sticky, wet, ew, 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 squidge, squelch, ew. Should I be concerned that we're going directly towards the M6 with seemingly no way of getting through? I am not crossing the M6. Oh, there's a gate. Okay, so this is less bad than I expected. Though it's very dark. We are basically going under the same bridge as the railway. It's just on the other side of that pier there. That is noisy and creaky. And we're out on the other side. That was magic. Absolutely magic. Right, I think it's only about 10 minutes from here. I think I'm going to make it. That's a positive. I heard the sound of rushing water and I had to take a detour. I just love the sound of water rushing around. Oh, this is quite a twisty boy. This like field and little foresty bit. Reminds me of like the field I used to play in as a kid with the streamy river thing going through it. But I didn't grow up around here, so it wasn't this one. It just reminds me of it. So I expected this line to be just a bit of a formality to tick off the stations, because I didn't expect anything interesting, but this is a gorgeous walk. I mean, yeah, the sound of the M6 isn't great, the moisture isn't great, but the nature is great. It's a bit muddy. Squelch, mud, squelch. I need a train to go past. This is perfect train going past moment. I think it's due any minute actually. So the station should theoretically be at like the top of this hill-ish. Oval, I just can't say oval. I'm going to say L'Oreal. Yeah, L'Oreal railway station. L'Oreal. Seriously, how are you meant to say Oriel? Orwell railway station is really, really nice. I think it's got a friends of group that's really looking after it. I really like it. Who'd have thought you'd be this close to Skelmersdale and saying something's nice? So 5 minutes until the train comes. I don't mind spending 5 minutes here. It's a very fine place to spend 5 minutes.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2.
Headbolt Lane.
The next station stop is Holland.
It's not a 150. This gives me joy. Up Holland. Didn't know we were going to a different country. It's Holland, but a bit more up. So I'm just getting all the Genisms out. Get them all out the way at the start. I mean, it's similar to Orwell, but it doesn't have the same vibe. It's all right. Up Holland is all right. That's the best I've got for it. What's here? I guess we go and find out, and I work out if I want to walk to the next stop or not. There's another one I could, in theory, make before the next train. I could. But do I want to traipse through any more muddy fields? No, I'm going to wait here for an hour. Don't fancy walking through an industrial estate then big muddy fields. It's just not the vibe I'm going for today. The chilled out vibe I'm going for. Up Holland Station is a massive, massive missed opportunity. I'm right at the end of the platform, so you have to walk all the long way around to get to this point. But Pimbo Industrial Estate, massive, massive industrial estate, right next to the station. Yeah, it gets an hourly service and doesn't get any service on Sundays. Lots of employment. Way for people to get to employment. I kind of think Merseyrail should take over as far as Wigan and cut the Manchester bit back to Wigan, especially now the battery operated 777s can theoretically go as far as Wigan. Merseyrail here, please. I feel with it being operated by Northern in the way that it is, you're just missing so much potential. Let's be honest, any station operated by Northern is going to be not run to its full potential because upper management, the government, whoever the hell is making decisions just doesn't care. Such a missed opportunity. I should have done that walk. I should have walked it. There's a train down there that's going the other way. Oh, I could totally just get that back one stop to kill some time. Nah, I've missed it now. Though at least since there's no timetable services on a Sunday, then they don't get to experience how bad Northern is on a Sunday. Right, so I've successfully managed to kill an hour here at Up Holland. Time to go down and get on our next train.
The next station stop is Rainford.
So this is Rainford, previously known as Rainford Junction. As you can see, the line suddenly decides it doesn't want to be double tracked beyond here, where the line used to go left, right and straight on at this point. Left to St Helens, right to Ormskirk and straight on to Liverpool. Back in those days it didn't have the Kirby shenanigans. The route to the left is now a linear park. So I'm going to go and take a walk down because it looks really nice on a map. Rainford, I like it. And it's got old semaphore signals like over there and down there. It's just superb. Favourite station of the line so far. As you can see from the station signage, we're very clearly in Merseyrail area now, but there are no Merseyrail trains. Not until the next stop. This platform for trains to Kirkby and Liverpool. Yeah, you won't get a train to Liverpool from here. So this was a junction station, and you can see the old platform along here. I'm walking along one of the old curves of track right now, which goes down into Rainham. I forget which version of Rain I'm in. Inaccessible barrier there because councils love to discriminate. Bad thing. As you can see, the station was a much bigger station back in the day. Walking on the old track bed towards Rainford. We're just going around the curve. It's now been called Rainford Linear Park. So that's the posh name for a footpath. I assume that once upon a time there was a bridge across here because there's quite a gradient down and a quite a gradient up the other side. It's an impressive bridge over a small river that's literally now just carrying a footpath. So we're now level with the rooftops in Rainford. Imagine a train going down here back in the day. I'm not a very good train. I can't carry many people. So the path comes down to ground level on this road. It carries on, it would have gone towards St Helens that way, in the opposite direction to which I walked goes to Ormskirk. I assume this was a bridge back in the day. I don't think it would have been a level crossing. But I'm going to go back that way because, you know, I've got to get on the train to Headbolt Lane. It's a nice walk though. I'd highly recommend doing this if you're ever at Rainford. So from here at the beautiful Rainford station, it is the perfect opportunity to say a massive thank you to my lovely Patreons who are scrolling on the screen right now. Without them, none of this would be possible, and I am so thankful to them. If you want to get your name into the list that scores in every single video, the links to do so are in the description. But to those of you supporting, thank you so much. Right, so it's only about 5 minutes until the next train to the final stop of Headbolt Lane. Not that the displays will tell you, because none of the displays have been working today. No good to anybody. It's like being on Thameslink. And my 150 carriage awaits to take me to Headbolt Lane.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service 2. Headbolt Lane. The next station stop is Headbolt Lane.
Headbolt Lane. End of the line for Northern Rail. You have the ridiculous situation here that if you want to continue your journey into Liverpool, they put a fence and buffers in the way, because you have to get off the train and walk to a different train. It's just mirroring the situation that was at Kirkby before they built Headbolt Lane. Like, everybody calls it a quirk of the railway system. I just think it's ridiculous. Like, how have we not solved the Merseyrail into Northern thing? It makes no sense. It does make sense. Nobody wants to find a solution. Headbolt Lane is also notable because the 777s that serve here are battery operated. So here at Headbolt Lane marks the end of my day, and I'll have to come back another day to continue the line down into Liverpool. But for now, I think I'm going to jump on that 777 into Liverpool. I'm going to leave a link here to when I rode the first ever train to come from here, like a year and a half ago now. Time flies. I'll see you in the next one. Oval. I just can't say owl. Oval. 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 Oval.